Right, let's get on with that. And Paloma. So Paloma, you are about to go out on tour. Haven't been touring for a while, obviously. But we should say, I mean, you are other than Adele, you're the only female artist to have 3 double platinum albums, is that right?
I think Sade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So me, Adele and Sade, but in Britain.
Good company.
Yeah.
Great company. I mean, that's still amazing. Don't run that down.
Well... I don't know what was wrong with the British public at the time.
So, huge hits, and now you're taking it back on tour, and you're doing a sort of... is it kind of a compilation of all your kind of the greats, as it were? Yeah,
it will be, and also kind of... I actually, even though you said that I hadn't toured for a while, you lied, because I went on tour at the end of last year. But it's... Like, that tour was kind of greatest hits because we'd just come out of lockdown, and this is like the summer tour. It's the first one that I've done outdoors for ages.
It's all outdoor dates?
Most of it, except for a few postponed theatre ones.
OK.
But yeah, most of it's like outside, and so it will be like a celebration of all the people's favourite songs that I've done. But the new album, Infinite Things, which is the one that I wrote in lockdown, mainly about my kids and what it was, you know, what I was seeing, which was basically like domesticity.
Yeah.
Ah! Terrible.
And the kids...
I mean, you do. You say to someone that I want to be with you, but you don't sign up for like every day, all day. Like, you want to punctuate that with, you know, moments of distance and like interaction with other people. It drives you absolutely mad to be with anyone every day. I mean, I love my kids, but all day, every day, for 2 years. And I gave birth to one of them in that time.
But you're going to take them on tour with you?
Yeah, I always take them on tour because I really like them.
And you take a nanny.
They accompany than most people.
Yeah.
Just make me laugh all the time.
Yeah.
I had some like personal issues recently that were very personal. So personal, I'm going to tell the British public. I overheard my 5-year-old daughter go up to one of her friends in my garden and go, "I need to tell you something." And I was like listening, and she goes, "My mum's bum popped." And I was like, ah! That, yes, whatever you're thinking it is, it was, and it was a souvenir of pregnancy and childbirth.
Wow.
And I don't have a donut cushion right now, but I really would like one.
Spicy kebab was a good idea then. Yeah. Spicy kebab.
Yeah. OK.
But my kids
It kind of feels like Loose Women right now, to be honest. Or This Morning. I don't know where to go.
Does that threaten you, Matt?
I'm not... Yes.
Do you feel threatened?
I don't know where to take this.
He's lost. He's floundering in a room full of femininity.
Just leave him in the kitchen.
God, go to the man cave.
Stay in the kitchen.
Right.
Make sure you serve us up some good quality food.
Let's talk about ham hock. Pretty much it. Really. So, anyway, back to your medical conditions.
No, let's just everyone come to my tour if you want to see and hear more.
Because actually you love a chat in between songs, don't you?
Well, I've been told maybe in excess, yes.
Oh, I think it's lovely.
Somebody once, who's a friend of mine who's a comedian, came up to me and went, "I love the stand-up." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Is it not supposed to be funny?
It's like, wasn't it scripted? I was like, "No." It wasn't meant to be funny. I'm a very serious artist. It's all about the depressing nature of my emotional life. How dare you?
So why is it called The Age of Optimism?
Well, because, you know, it's been a sketchy few years, hasn't it? And every time we kind of... every time we, you know, we, like, see the news, it's sort of a bit dismal. And
Yeah.
I guess that I've always been somebody who's laughed in the face of adversity, hence my story. But yeah, so I kind of thought, oh, I think it's time to sort of like just be a bit optimistic. And actually, I sort of do believe quite a lot in manifesting. Like, I feel like as a person, I am quite glass half full. And if I sort of go out and go, oh, do you know what? We're just lucky to be alive, which is sort of how I was raised, then I do sort of genuinely get those feelings. So I'm really keen on going out on tour and just making people have a great time and like have fun with their friends and family and crack a few jokes and embarrass myself and, you know, like lighten things a bit. Obviously, I'm not undermining what's going on and, you know, in the world, which is terrible. But I think, you know, like that's why I called it that. I wanted to be a bit optimistic.
It's what we need.
I mean, there's nothing worse than sort of going into a room full of people who are like, oh, and just like, but the thing is, we're breathing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, totally.
So that's what it's about.
Right, so let me finish it up. So there you go. So that's the chili, there's the ham hock, a little bit of the sauce, asparagus, which is obviously in season right now, and a ham hock, super, super versatile. It's a great one to have up your sleeve. Well, not literally, that would be weird. It's a great one to have in your back pocket. Your repertoire is the word I'm looking for. Because honestly, you can do so much with it. There you go. So it's kind of, it can be a very kind of wintry dish.
And
but
apparently
you can
asparagus is good for hangovers.
Is it?
It also makes your pee smell.
I was waiting for that one.
It's a no, that's all for you. You don't have to share it.
You tuck in. How is it?
Well, I don't know yet.
All right, I'll read this. What will I be making for Paloma at the end of the show? Will it be a food heaven, seafood paella? If so, my paella includes spicy sobrasada, which is a cheese way of getting great flavour into it.
It's amazing!
Thank you. I'm going to cook the paella, it's delicious. A good one to have up your sleeve, in your back pocket, or whatever the phrase is. Shellfish stock, going to finish it with some seam langoustines, prawns, clams, and all sorts of things. Or is it going to be...
Masculinity is restored.
Or is it going to be a food hell, peppers and sweet corn? So I'm going to brown off some lamb before slow cooking with some garlic and some onions and plenty of peppers. I'm going to add a Scotch bonnet in there for a bit of manly kick. And I'm going to finish it off the stew with some marinated olives and serve with some tinned sweet corn and jalapeno cornbread. Going along onto the website now. Woo! And have your say. All good?
I always get what I want, please.
Right, if it's a sugar rush you're in need of, then Nadia Hussein's got exactly what you want. She's turning a classic sweet into a biscuit treat. Have a look.
Leave them to, like, cook along a little bit. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you want any tips on how to get into TikTok...
Well, I was thinking, Poppy, actually, could you do a plea to make sure that people vote for heaven for Paloma? Because I really don't want you to have peppers.
Yeah. I'll do a plea. I'll get my 2 million followers, hopefully, to...
We've got over 2 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah. OK, we've got this.
Even just a little percentage of them would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean...
That would be nice.
Just a few of Poppy's scraps.
It's a little bit mad every time I say it because it does sound quite ridiculous.
But it was my middle boy introduced me to Poppy on TikTok. He watched the video in lockdown and showed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then did tell me that I then wasn't allowed to go on TikTok.
Never
otherwise he would
go on
never
TikTok.
go to it. Otherwise he would disown me. But I follow you on Instagram though, Poppy, so I still get to see it as well.
Yeah, so I do put it onto my Instagram.
So Poppy, off the back of the TikTok sensation that you are, you've got this this book. This is your debut book, Poppy Cooks. Great cover. And I really like this because it breaks down each sort of recipe into the bones. The shells from the prawns are going in there. Tick that over. A bit of saffron. There's brandy in there.
I have to say, I do use jarred peppers for my paella.
Do you?
Yeah, I know I'm a bit...
OK, well, that completely contradicts what...
Yeah.
But jarred's is different. They're sweeter.
Like the ones he used in his recipe.
Yeah, you can make it your own.
Yeah.
Right. Do you do paella at home?
Sometimes. If lots of people are coming over, yeah.
Really?
It's a good sharing.
So what's your top tip, then, Paella?
Oh, God, don't put me on the
Well,
spot.
it's a real skill, isn't it?
Let's just talk about my tour. Ha ha!
Brilliant, love it.
Actually, on that, because Poppy and I were talking, and we don't know, because you've got different people appearing with you, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you've got Sam Ryder, you've got James Morrison,
Yeah.
Zach
Silly.
Abel. So
Yes,
which
Zach.
one? I mean, that's the thing.
Oh,
Where are we going with this?
Which was the first one?
So, whoa,
James Morrison.
are you actually booking your...
Yes. My mum is a massive, huge fan of yours, so I'm going to get a ticket for all of the family so we can all come and see you. But I think...
Hello to Poppy's mum.
Thank you. That's all the brownie points. Thank you very much. So, yeah,
Also, my mum is a big fan.
Hello to the entire Midlands, particularly the mothers.
Yeah, you're in the wrong place. You need to move up.
And the rest of the UK.
I just love the fact that every time Helen's on this show now, she uses it's a social life and you start booking things in before
great.
you got off air.
I'm going to the theatre in a couple of weeks.
But you're a keen cook, right? Although I have heard you poisoned Alan Carr
No,
once.
they keep bringing that up. That was a specific supermarket chain that I will not name that ruined my one chance of successfully ensnaring Adele as a friend. But yes,
And you
I
gave
am
Adele
still bitter.
food poisoning as well.
Yeah, but the worst thing was she was fine, but it was her dog. The dog got worse food poisoning than she did. But that was in the past. And today is all about the present.
Yes.
And
Optimism.
today is I am a great cook today. I really am. No, but like in a sort of, you know, the way I was just saying, the way you guys make meals on this show that are like actually doable. That's the sort of cooking I like.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
I
nice
don't want
mix.
it all fancy at home, like stacked in a tower.
Yeah. No, well, you don't. People don't want
Yeah,
it.
langoustines. I would have used some very good quality king prawn.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know,
But
noted.
It's subjective.
I mean, you know, we have to give a little nod out to our home ex, our brilliant home ex here, who make us look very good. However, what you didn't see just before we came back live is
There's a
Michaela down here
shortage of
throwing spoons at me. Which are now all over the floor. So, yeah. Smoke and mirrors, eh? Right. OK, so tomatoes are in here, the sobracida's in there, the onion and the garlic. In with the rice. This is bomba rice. So, good quality paella rice, which absorbs lots of water before it's, or lots of liquid rather, before it's splits. So you get that nice consistency, that nice rice consistency. It doesn't break down, it doesn't go mushy. And then it just takes on all that flavour. So then, the other key thing is then to basically put your stock in and leave it alone, because you want that nice crust, which is called, Brad?
The soccerat.
There. So you got that nice kind of crust at the bottom.
Do you put saffron in yours?
Yeah, in the stock.
Saffron in
Yeah.
the stock. Yeah.
Love a bit of that. Isn't it more expensive than gold by the weight or something?
Well, they always say that.
Gold!
I mean, it's all...
A nice little tip for it is when it's cooked, you may like get something, one of your favourite wines, like an orange wine or something like with that kind of flavour. Add the saffron, steep it for a sec, and then just drop it over the risotto and let it seep in at the end. Because cooking the wine out a lot of the time, that's the best bit of eating it.
Yeah.
You drop it over the top. That's another alternative like seasoning.
That's nice. So many tips coming about paella. Yeah, that maybe I should have taken on board before I wrote this.
Everything we're not doing.
Right, OK, so just check the bottom, and it's starting to stick, so you're starting to get that nice crust, and then leave it alone, basically. And then put some stock in. Now, the seafood goes in later, so this goes over for about sort of 15 minutes. I'll tell you what I forgot, is the cuttlefish. Let's get that in.
Paloma, what's your favourite part of touring? Is it fun on the road?
I do this job because I like to be on stage, and I've always liked to be on stage. So some musicians just love being in the studio writing loads of music. And I do like that because obviously it's part of it, but I just like seeing people, and I like the interaction between... I love people. Yeah. So I just like see them, and they give so much back, and each gig sort of feels like a collaboration between me and the band and them. And I'm really lucky as well because I play with amazing musicians. They're all really talented, and we don't sort of... it's not sort of set. It's very kind of fluid because they're so brilliant. Yeah. So I can be like, stop the song. Now I want to play it like a samba or whatever. They're just so good. Everything's instant.
Do you do that?
I do stuff like that, and sometimes like an audience member might shout, "Can you play the?" I'll go, "All right then." So it's sort of like got an intimacy about it that I think a lot of big shows don't have anymore. Yeah. Like they're genuinely talented, and also sometimes like if I need a wee or something, I'll just leave the band to play a bit while I go for a wee. Yeah. And they're so good. They'll be like, "You sing." My backing vocalist will just like sing a song on their own.
Or you nip off.
And I'll just go and have a wee and then come back. But I think like it becomes something unique. Like a lot of, like usually the first sort of 4 rows of every show I do is the same people.
Oh wow!
Because number one, they're like amazing loyal fans, but also they sort of know that they don't want to miss something.
Yeah.
Because every tour's different.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Talking to Mrs. I think, look what I've done. Oh, that's tomato on the floor.
Wow.
Look what I've done. I've just put my back out. so
Well done.
really hurts. OK, so after about 50 minutes, take your shellfish and then line them like this, and then put the shells in, and then just cover it loosely in foil and let it steam. And then it looks like this. Watch the spoons.
Look at that.
Right, so like that.
Whoa!
There you go.
That's beautiful.
Tuck in.
Tuck in.
No one can have any. You keep that
You're
to
packaging everything else up today. Hells, what are we drinking?
We have got, again, an English wine for St George's Day. This is from the Lime Bay Winery in Devon. It's a Chardonnay. 2018 vintage. I mean, I can't remember what the weather was like last week, but 2018 was really warm, so the grapes got so nice and ripe. And this is such a clever winery. They don't actually have any vineyards, so they buy grapes from all the best spots, and the grapes are from Essex, which is a real hidden secret when it comes to great grapes.
Really?
Yeah, £17.99 from Majestic.
They're Cockney grapes.
They are Cockney grapes, so to go with your paella.
Have a bubble.
How is it?
It's very good.
That's very kind. That's also... I feel that is a but. You've got about 10 seconds to tell me.
I think, it's absolutely delicious, but I feel like there's not enough saffron in it.
Not enough saffron?
Yeah.
Again, I'll take that on board and change the
that.
recipe. That's all from us today. On Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Brad, Poppy, Helen, and of course, Paloma. All the recipes from the studio are on the website, bbc.co.uk/kitchen. I've got more Best Bites to tomorrow.
He's a broken man, but next week I'll be hosting.
AM on BBC
and it'll all be fine.
And next week I'm back here live with Nathan Outlaw and Oz Hallas. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.